I'm Lexi Buzash.
I'm Brigid McNutt.
And we're Bree Brown. We're a folk duo from Regina, Saskatchewan. We met through a friend, and we actually started like a different project altogether under the name Suncliffs. And then we started to play a few shows here and there as a duo, and it felt really good. And we wanted to see where that went. So then we started a new project under the name Bree Brown. Basically, it felt right, and it's a little bit different than what we were doing before, but still very much the same. With just being the two of us, the writing and composing of everything has been very mutual, and we're still learning how to like write together, and we're still getting to know how to read each other. But overall, I think we've had lots of time to really like write the songs we want to write. As of like what's coming up next and kind of what we've been focusing our attention on, it's been a lot of writing, a lot of fine tuning. We sort of have had this group of songs that we've been working on. It's kind of part of a whole concept album.
Yeah, so right now we're trying to spend our time really working through the songs, getting them ready for recording, and the plan is to release a full-length album. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The full-length album, I mean, it's like writing an album. It's a process, and I'm learning that, and I think we're both learning that. It's a huge process, but our focus and attention right now is really on recording, I would say.
Yeah. Because of the pandemic, it really means not much time doing shows or anything like that, and a lot more time to just spend time on the songs. So.
Dorothy, I know that these times are getting harder. You exhale, hang your bathing suit over the rail. Rose-colored frames on the bridge of your nose in our summer haze. Well, isn't life just all but one big holiday? Dorothy, I know that, Dorothy, I know that. You've always really been like candy to my eyes. First you close the curtains, then you draw the blinds over all the dark and dreary places that we've been. I think we need a holiday. Dorothy, I know that. Dorothy, I know that. Through rose-colored frames, live your life like it's one big holiday. Through rose-colored frames, Dorothy, I know we need a holiday. Dorothy, I know that. Dorothy, I know that. Dorothy, I know
our one song we did was Dorothy I Know. And Dorothy I Know, that song went through like, about a month ago, I like rewrote the whole thing pretty much, except the chorus. But it's about needing a holiday. It's about a day on the beach. It's about needing a holiday amongst other things, but I think that you can take it to whatever interpretation you want.
I heard Dorothy I Know, and I thought that the banjo can be keep it more consistent, add more rhythm and that kind of thing, as opposed to just a melody. So for Dorothy
and like the
I Know,
chorus, you kind of
I
like showed you the chorus, then you picked up your banjo, and then I don't know, it was something about it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's a good question to.
I think you just like honestly, from what I remember,
yeah,
because this is like probably the newest song. I think you just instinctively picked it up and found out the key
tried it out
and it worked.
Sometimes I'll try it on both instruments and just to try it out. Sometimes it depends on the key, and then whatever seems to suit what Lexi's kind of started.
Yeah, but I'm really lucky in the way that like Brigid is really good at improvising. Like you're very good at, you can listen to something and usually, honestly, I've never seen her take more than like 20 minutes to really come up with a part, honestly, man. Yeah.
Very kind.
I don't know if we can fully answer like where we think we're heading. I, for now, am really enjoying just creating. And I think like so far in like the music journey, if you want to call it, or whatever, or the music scene, it's kind of like you just, for the most part, for me, it's like you see where it goes and you meet someone and you get a show, or you meet someone and then you meet another person and you network and you connect with people, and honestly, that's kind of the goal. Yeah.
I'm really excited to record and have the experience of creating a full album. So that's, I guess, kind of the first goal, or first thing I really want to achieve. And then, like Lexi said, a lot of it is just, seeing what opportunities come up along the way and trying to take as many as we can.
Guest musician spots too. Like I'm really looking forward to having like some guest musicians come in and play on the album.
Collaboration.
We have a few people like in mind, and I'm really excited for that.
I think success for us is, or one part of it is the two of us just feeling really good about what we're putting out there. So playing shows that are fun and feel good, and just taking the time to really create. And
I think that's it, like make things that we feel good about. And I mean, having the finished recording be what we intended. And I think also just like, I mean, when you play music with someone, you know them in a different way than people you don't play music with. So I think like, just staying connected and like growing together.
Yeah, we both kind of started together. It was our first project, and so we've learned a lot already, and we're still, there's so much to learn. So that's just a big part of it too, I think, is just continuing to learn and gain confidence, and just becoming more comfortable with everything.
And like, are you ever really like super comfortable? I don't know if I'll ever be like super comfortable like on stage or anything like that. It's gonna take, As of right now, most lyrically, most of the stuff like lyrically comes from me. I kind of like bring it in to Brigid, and we kind of sit with it and we work with it. Most recently, inspiration comes from a lot from like human observation and human interaction, and I think like most songwriters will tell you that. But it's like finding like creative ways to say something that's been said a million times, But currently, I would say our album that we are creating, it's about, well the title is You'll Always Be Good Company. So it's about various human interactions and our importance for connecting with others. And it's about a whole lot of other things too, but honestly, for the most part, I think our inspiration has come from very quirky human interaction. That's the best way to put it. Yeah.
For the songwriting process, Lexi will usually come with some lyrics, some ideas of where a song could go, and then I usually just kind of add in from there.
Like fill it
melody
in.
Or exactly. Choose if it seems fiddle or banjo, what would lend itself best. And then once we kind of have the base, it's just a matter of going through it and making little changes, and a lot of them are always changing.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think we have like a standard like formula by any means. It's like, and sometimes we go through like a really long time without like doing anything new or playing anything new, and it just all really depends. Yeah, it all depends. Sometimes we play really old stuff and then it sort of like makes us write something new, and there's definitely no standard like formula. It's kind of, honestly, it's just about like getting together and playing and seeing what happens.
Yeah, and sometimes the songs, it happens pretty quickly and we're like, okay, great, that was there it is. And other times it takes a while to really find something that we're really satisfied with. So.
Grew my hair long just how you liked it. Learned to love the highway, and I got my mind straightened out. Got my mind right again, and when those bluebirds are on my back, I wash them down with something strong. You finished your whiskey and said it's getting late, I better take you home. Told you I thought there was nothing more free than a dog off its leash. You said you never thought you'd live to see 25, and I smiled and laughed. Thought to myself, it's been a long, long while, a long while since I've been glad that I'm alive. But I guess all it really took, all it ever really takes, all it ever takes sometimes is good company. Gather with your neighbours, gather your empathy. You make me feel as free as a dog off its lead. A dog off its lead.
And then like for the second song that we performed, it's called Dog Off a Leash. And I wrote it. There's this like empty farmer's field that's like 5 minutes from my house outside the city, and I take my dog to run there all the time, and it's like one of my favorite things. I love, like, even if the dog is like running away from its owner, like watching a dog run off its leash is one of the most joyful things I feel like I could watch. Yeah. So yeah, Dog Off a Leash is about finding someone who makes you feel free, and it's about having a drink at a bar, and there's a little bit about enjoying good company and having empathy for your neighbors. So yeah, it's about good company. It's about being in good company.
Yeah, and the process for Dog Off Leash was a little bit different. We haven't really done it the same way, where there's just the one fiddle part that comes in like that, with, you know, kind of totally backing off to hear Lexi. So yeah, we tried something new, and
yeah, we kind of tried some different dynamics for the song. I would say. Yeah, I'm really excited to like actually record that one, because there's a few or many extra instruments I would like. So
yeah, I want to add some. We're working on adding different fiddle parts, lots of layers, and really just playing around with all the things you can, with recording, the things you can do that you can't necessarily in a live show. So
for advice, I would definitely say don't try to copy anybody, because you'll be left empty-handed, kind of. Like, I think, like, if as an aspiring musician, it could be really easy to like look at the people like that you really enjoy for music and try to like. Of course, you take like inspiration and stuff, but I definitely think that like doing what you feel is your style is so important. I think it could take someone from like 0 to 90, you know, just being authentic is huge.
Yeah, and a piece of advice I would say is just taking any opportunities that come, and you really, once you start playing, it's really amazing. You know, just the connections that can come just from talking to people, or you know, things that come up. So just, I think, yeah, going with the flow, and take those up. Don't be afraid to take those opportunities, and
say yes to the gig.
Say yes, exactly. Even if it's scary, even if, you know, things feel you know, challenging, you can still just go for it, and that's how you learn, and you never know what will come from those things. Community
is everything to a musician, to many things, but to a musician, community is huge. I can't think of, like, you know, you let's say you play a show, and then you whether you are opening for a band or whatever it may be, you're trying to connect with those musicians. You're trying to build that connection, because like networking is huge. And also like in our community, it is like a smaller community. So if you help someone out too, like they're gonna help you out, and it's that revolving door, and it's how it should be. I feel really lucky in the sense, like, you know, I've never had to deal with like any like competitive vibes in our community here in Regina. Like, it's been very like supportive, and I feel really lucky.
Yeah, I was to say, I feel very supported by, there are lots of local musicians who've been doing this for a long time, and really, you know, they know how things work. Totally. And I feel like we've been really fortunate that a lot of these people have supported us and helped us with show opportunities, or I really feel like if we had questions and stuff like that, that people are really open to that. And
yeah, definitely.
I feel like there's a very strong
nice people
here.
Around here, I tell you. One thing someone said to me, actually my most favorite question that I've ever been asked after a show, was a gentleman came up to me and he said, and it was about Brigid. He asked me, how do her instruments make you feel? I was like, that's a great question, man. I feel like we need to get coffee. Like, you know, like that's a loaded question. But I really enjoyed that. That was, that was cool.
And I've definitely heard people, you know, after shows talking about Lexi's lyrics and just things that she said that really connect with them, and, you know, having a really emotional response to that. I've definitely heard as well. So I think it's interesting. Yeah, people listening to it, and even if Lexi's written it, you know, a certain way, her own experience, how that still connects with someone in a different way, and can be pretty powerful.
You know, the fiddle is probably, honestly, it's my favorite instrument, like out of all the instruments. Yeah. And the first time Brigid played the fiddle, it was just like in my backyard one day. And my dog really enjoys the fiddle too. He always lays right at her feet. But yeah, the fiddle, it definitely, like lights me up, definitely, from like the inside out. And yeah, I really like the banjo as well. I don't know, I think that they just, like, there's no better person to accompany what I write, so. Just
very
like,
sweet.
Can't over-compliment
yeah,
that compliment.
I don't know where to
I just play a guitar, so.
Yeah, right.